Warren. Now, Miss Warren is a wonderful mother and an entrepreneur, and I wanted to bring her on because it's kind of tough to balance that, a professional life and being a mother, and especially when it's compounded by challenges. And, you know, we all are faced with challenges, and Courtney is no different. She just has a special challenge with a special needs child. She actually has 2 children, 2 boys. What's their names, Courtney?
Gavin and Grant?
Gavin and Grant?
Yes.
Who's the oldest?
So Gavin is the oldest.
Gavin is the oldest.
Gavin is my son with autism. And
Okay.
then Grant is 4. He just turned 4 in August.
Grant is 4 and Gavin is 11.
Yes.
Yeah, what's up, y'all? Young men right there. You got 2 young kings.
Have 2 young kings that I'm raising.
Okay, so your eldest is 11 years old, and Gavin has been diagnosed with autism. Now, let me ask you something. Before you brought Gavin into the world, were you hip to autism and what it was?
I actually was, so that helped me advocate for him a lot to get him diagnosed with autism. In high school, I did my co-op at a hospital working with autistic children in rehab. So it gave me the tools and the knowledge to recognize signs. So I got him fast-tracked and diagnosed pretty significantly early. He was diagnosed before he was 2, and that's kind of rare.
You never figured yourself that you'll bring a child to this world that will be challenged with autism, did you?
I did not. So I actually was told I would never have children. So it was a shock to have a child when I had him.
Anybody can tell you that. Your parents can tell you that. A scorned boyfriend can tell you that. You know, a close girlfriend of yours can tell you. Who told you that?
So it's actually medical
liars.
You know, and nobody is greater than God, so only God has that answer.
Right. No one greater than
But it was actually medical professionals had told me that I would never have children.
Medical professionals, were you dealing with a certain condition?
I actually used to weigh over 500 pounds.
Huh, long time ago. long time ago. Long time ago. We don't know nothing about that now. We don't know nothing about that now. You know, congratulations.
Thank you.
So that was the reason why they thought you wouldn't have children?
Yeah,
I
they
didn't
didn't
know
think I
that,
would bear children.
that if you bring on a certain weight to yourself, you put yourself in danger of not having children?
Yeah, it makes it harder for you to have kids.
Wow. So when you were told that, you know, did that light a fire underneath you to want to get to where you are right now?
I kind of just dibbled and dabbled. I think actually having children is what lit the fire. It was kind of, you know, before I had kids, I was nonchalant. I was bouncing all over the country. I was, you know, just living life and having a great time, going around the world and just living life.
Oh, you were traveling around the world?
Yes.
Yeah?
Yes.
Can you name some of the places you've been?
I'm actually a military brat, so
okay.
I grew up traveling around the world.
Your father was a military?
Yes. My dad was in the Army. He just recently celebrated his 24th retirement anniversary, so shout out,
What's
Dad.
up, Dad? He didn't retire. You know, heroes welcome, heroes salute to you. Hold on, did y'all go eat on Veterans Day?
He did.
He didn't take you?
I had to work, so
you had to work?
he did.
Okay. Do you go with him sometimes?
I do. On the days that I don't have to work, I do go with him. We usually make it a family thing, and we'll go eat, because my birthday's the next day, so we'll generally go start celebrating on the 11th.
So when you say you traveled, it was because your parents moved a lot or something like that?
Yes, I traveled a lot, and then just me, I'm a foodie. So, like, I like food, and I cook a lot, too. So people in Akron know, you know, if they want a good home-cooked meal, they can always stop by. There's always plenty of food.
Okay. Hold on. So that's what you do? You also do that? You travel and do that?
No, I don't. It's just a hobby of mine that I do. Yeah, just in the house.
You can cook. Huh?
Yeah. So I like to travel and try new restaurants. Like, if I see something on Food Network, I'll travel and go try it out.
Yeah, I hear about them ladies on YouTube. You know, it usually be a group of them, you know. It usually be a group. You usually be a group of them, and they go and they just try out new foods, new places, new restaurants, new experiences, and then they blog about it and do things like that. Were you into that?
No.
No. You was just into the food.
Right. I was just into the food.
Hold on, Courtney. What's your favorite meal?
I really don't have a favorite. Like
You don't
a
really,
favorite.
you don't really like.
No, because I like to try everything and
Like
try
to
something
try
new. So I
everything.
really don't have like a specific favorite that I like.
Okay, but you like all kinds, all different things. You
Yeah.
like Jamaican and Chinese.
I'm more or less. I like Indian food.
You too, huh? Yeah, they need to open that one spot back up over there in University Circle. I can't give y'all free publicity, but India Flame, I gotta say them. They some great people over there. You know, they had the all-you-can-eat Indian food. You ever been there?
No, I haven't.
No,
Never
you like
heard
Indian
of it.
food, you gotta check it out.
Definitely.
You know, so okay, so you started having children. You had Gavin first,
Yes.
and then he was diagnosed with autism. What were some of the signs you were seeing early on that led you to believe he had autism?
Well, Gavin was very excelled very early on. He was walking. He was walking early by 9 months. He was talking. He was doing a whole lot. Then I
That kind
noticed.
of threw you off?
No.
Okay.
So like I was just like excited. I'm like, yeah, he's progressing. He's not delayed. He doesn't have anything wrong with him, And then I took him to go get his shots, and it was like his light bulb went out. He would always stare into space. He
After
wouldn't.
the shots?
Yeah.
Man, I tell you.
Well, let me ask you a question, Courtney. Let me ask you a candid question. Did you ever feel like that may have contributed?
It could have. There's been studies that say it does. There's been studies that say it doesn't. So I mean, we'll never really know.
Did you think that in your mind
I did.
upon the onset?
I did think that was the onset.
Were you angry?
I wasn't, at first. I wasn't. It kind of progressed as I seen, how much he degressed the anger.
Then you start getting angry. Who were you angry at in particular?
Mainly myself. I would blame myself.
Because parents would do like that. If their child, if in their eyes is not right, then it doesn't sit well with them. It's kind of like they feel like they're the author of their children's problems. And you took that on for a little bit?
Yeah, but that makes you go harder. It makes you advocate for him harder.
So you didn't let that mentality beat you up. You
No.
didn't. Wait a minute, hold on. Let's take it back a little bit. You were kind of angry at yourself. Why? Were you living a party life? Were you indulging?
I was, and I didn't know I was pregnant. It was kind of, I went to the doctor for a broken ankle and came out 32 weeks pregnant.
Hold on, you ain't go to Charity Hospital. You ain't go to Charity, did you? Down the way, you ain't go.
That actually is where
You will, oh my God. Hey, I got to put a disclaimer out there. I was just joking about Charity. That's where you actually, no, that's a running joke down the way. Like you go there for one thing and then they diagnose you with something totally different. Down the way, you got to be careful at Charity Hospital, you know what I'm saying? Okay, that is crazy, Courtney. Wow. So how did you reconcile your feelings against yourself?
I mean, it's not my fault. You just have to look at the greater blessing. I wanted children.
That's cliche to say that, but you were battling with that.
Yeah,
you had friends that encourage you.
It's a constant struggle and it's a constant battle because in my mind, I do feel like I lost a lot of people once he was diagnosed because people don't know, they don't understand, they don't know how to interact with him or things like that. So we've kind of turned into hermits. We don't go out much because, he has loud outbursts. He cries a lot. He has meltdowns because people don't understand it or don't understand him.
Were you embarrassed early on?
I was.
Hold on. Did you ever get on him about it because you're still new at it? This your first seed and
right.
Things like that. Did you get mad with him a little bit?
I did, but you have to realize he doesn't know any better.
Yeah.
And as you look at it, the frustration is coming because he can't communicate.
Well, you know what? I had a lady friend. She had an autistic child. She has an autistic child. He's doing real well, too. He didn't communicate early on, didn't speak. And she got so used to it, she would try to read his mind, read his body language. He would point, do stuff. And then I would make him speak, give him a little tough love. And she would get mad at me. But now she calls me and thanks me because all he do is talk. He don't stop. He don't shut up. And that's on everything I love, So upon your frustration, would you take them to counseling or bring people in your life that cared as much for you and your seed to want to help?
So like I said, I advocated a lot. So he had private therapists. He had therapists that come into the home. He had therapy outside the home. I'm blessed to have a supportive family who made sure that he made it to those appointments.
Yeah, you had a supportive family. You brought these professionals in out of your own dime, or you had insurance and stuff too. Yeah.
So I'm blessed to have not only myself to advocate for him, but my parents to advocate for him as well. So they go just as hard for him as I do.
Yeah. Now, usually, Courtney, those children, because we want to label them, but usually they excel at certain things. They may have communication issues. They may have outbursts. They may do all of this, but they can focus in on a particular thing and excel and do well. Like the young lady I was talking about, her son is an artist, a very good artist. He can draw, like, anything. He started out tracing, but now he can just flat out draw you. Is there anything in particular Gavin is good at?
So Gavin is, right now, he's more electronically inclined.
More electronically inclined.
So he's very into electronics. Yes, gadgets, phones, cell phones, tablets, computers, TVs.
Showing you what's up.
Yeah, he can reprogram just about anything.
Is that right?
Yes, he's very electronically inclined. I've also noticed that he is very directionally sound. So we can drive somewhere once. I like to take my kids on trips, one-tank trips all around, just so they can get out and enjoy life and do things. He'll remember how to get there, and he'll point the direction of where he wants to go. So he has a photographic memory as far as where his favorite places are and where he wants to go.
Well, yeah, that's dope. Because I remember my friend, her son, she would have trouble with him crossing the street. He would never look up to look both ways for the cars. So she would never let him go outside and walk to the store, because she couldn't trust the fact that if he walked across the street, he wouldn't look both ways. Did you have that issue with Gavin?
Yes, I have that issue now, but where we live, there isn't a store in walking distance.
He's
unable.
So you are going through that right now.
Yeah, so he's unable to walk to the store or whatever, but he is allowed to go outside and play in the yard and things of that nature with no issues.
Did you curse your creator?
I didn't.
You didn't curse your creator?
I didn't.
You didn't ask why?
I did ask why, but there's no reason of cursing. I mean, you question a lot of things. You question, I do so much good. Why do I always have like this dark cloud of negativity around? So you do, it does make you question things, but I don't think it makes you curse.
How did you get through that?
Lots of prayer, lots of counseling, things of that nature. So, I mean, you just got to take it day by day. You have good days, you have bad days. It's an unknown thing.
Yeah. Now, and then you had your small son. You said, what's his name again?
Grant.
Mm-hmm. Now, when and he's 4.
He's 4.
So he's able to start recognizing things and looking at things, because at age 4, I remember my dad didn't know I was his. So yeah, you know what I mean? But does he recognize his older brother has challenges?
He does, and the thing about it is Grant is so smart that he notices that, Gavin acts a certain way and gets what he wants, so he'll try and imitate that.
Is that right?
Just to get what he wants. So
Grant, yep, see, you starting off no good,
right,
Grant.
He's smarter than the average bear, so.
Okay, so he's real intelligent, he's picking up on things, and okay, they got a great relationship?
They do. They love to play with each other, which I wouldn't think they would because of the age gap. Yeah. But Gavin will tolerate him maybe for about 20 minutes before he slams the door.
Well, that was my next question, because my experience, I'm only talking from my experience. From my experience, autistic children, they do like to shut down and be in their own world. They don't want to be bothered
at all.
They just want to do what they want to focus on, and you leave them alone. So it's like that with his little brother and yourself and his other family.
Yes, so he's basically taken over our office and has all his electronics in there.
Our office?
Yeah, we have an office in our home.
Okay.
He's taken it over, and he's just locks himself in there all day. So he comes home from school, goes straight to the room, turns on the TV. He only comes out if he wants food or if he wants something to drink. So we have the running joke, we call him Uncle Pete. Like the uncle, the uncle from Soul Food that only comes out, Uncle Pete. Yeah.
What grade is he in?
He's in the 6th grade right now.
He's in the 6th grade.
He's in the 6th grade.
Has he expressed like anything he's looking to get into as he mature?
So we have tried sports.
You tried sport. What sport was that?
We played baseball for a few seasons. We're blessed. The community we live in has adaptive baseball.
Fathom that.
Yeah.
Fathom that. You know, hold on. That's not. You know, you taking your child there. You don't know if he's gonna, succeed or fail, but you're trying your luck at it. You know, you don't know if he's gonna get hit with a ball and how he'll take it if he does, or if he get tackled or anything like that. Or run into somebody. You're fearful of all of that, but you gave it a shot. Hold on, was that at the advice of someone else, or you just actually thought of that?
So I'm blessed. The community that I live in, they have adaptive sports for special needs children. They have adaptive leagues. So
adaptive league.
So they're able to play with other like-minded children like themselves and still enjoy the sport and learn the sport and be able to learn camaraderie and things of that nature.
So that's what he was. He was with, that's hot. So he was with an adaptive team with a bunch of children that was going through different challenges and stuff like that. How did he take to that?
He played for about 3 seasons.
I mean, that's a quite. You was making it seem like it was a hop, skipping, and jumping. It was quite over. 3 seasons.
He played for 3 seasons, and then he kind of gave it up. He said he didn't want to do it anymore.
It wasn't his thing.
Wasn't his thing.
Was he any good at it?
He was pretty decent. He was pretty decent. Yeah, he played shortstop, so he was pretty.
He played shortstop.
Yeah, he
would
was
hit the ball.
Yeah, so the league, they let you. It's 2 innings long. They let each child hit the ball, and they let each child play in the outfield. So you got to play on both sides of the ball each inning. So you got to hit the ball, you got to swing until you hit the ball. So everybody did get to participate. Everyone got medals.
Well, I'm assuming they never called a winner or a loser.
No, there's never a winner or a loser, and there was never any outs. Everyone got to bat. Everyone got to run the bases.
Was it a team full of children with autism, or they had numerous different things?
Numerous different things.
Now, would you build camaraderie and relationships with the parents?
We all still keep in contact,
still keep in contact?
Yes, even though that he's not on the team, we all still keep in contact.
Do you deal with any of those networks like Autism Speaks and stuff like that?
I do deal with Akron Autism, so I have a great relationship with Lisa Thompson. Shout out to Lisa. She's one of the heads over there. Yeah, she lets us know what's going on in the community and what things he can participate in and what she has going on over there.
So she steers you to resources?
She does.
What's her name?
Lisa Thompson.
Miss Thompson, hats off to you, Miss Lisa Thompson. We need more people like that in the community. You're very thankful of Miss Thompson?
Yes, Miss Thompson is amazing.
So when you first met her, what was it like? You came to her, you had questions, or she seen what you were going through and she put her arms around you, or what happened?
I actually met her at a community event. They had an autism event that we had went to. They have Adaptive Santa. It's getting ready to be Christmas time, so they used to do Adaptive Santa prior to COVID.
What, Santa has
at
autism
Summit
too?
Mall. No, but it would be quiet. They would do it prior to the mall opening.
Okay.
You would have your own little block to where you can sit with Santa, have your pictures taken. They would do everything. And it's before you had the long lines. You'd have to stand in line to get your picture taken. And they just did a lot of autism-centered things. We met there because my son had a fascination for hats when he was little.
Okay.
So I used to always dress him.
Like what, baseball caps, all kind of hats?
All kind of hats. I used to dress him up in little suits and ties and sweater vests and hats. He had a matching hat and matching shoes for every outfit. So that was his niche growing up. So anytime we went to an event, he stood out. And they had asked me if they could take his pictures one time for some literature, and that's how we got to
For some
talking.
literature,
Yeah,
huh?
and that's how we got to talking.
So let me ask you a question. Have you made yourself available to other children with special needs where you volunteered at different events yourself, you being a mom dealing with it?
I have not. I used to help with baseball.
I'm not trying to call you out, Courtney. I ain't trying to call you out, Courtney.
I have not. I used to help with baseball, but I think the nice thing, too, is where I work now, I still work for Children's Hospital. So you meet parents and families who are going through the same thing, and they have questions. I'm not clinical, so I can't really answer questions, but I can tell them from a mom standpoint, hey, this is what I'm going through, so I understand. It gives you more of an empathy.
Yeah. So you are a cosmetic entrepreneur.
Yes.
What cosmetics do you deal in?
So I own Gavin Grant Cosmetics,
Gavin Grant Cosmetics. I like that. Go ahead, Mom. We use what we got around us, baby. We use what we got around us. You know what I'm saying?
So we specialize in lashes and eyeshadow palettes.
Lashes and eyeshadow palettes.
And skincare.
Okay. Hold on. Do your homegirls try to look for the hookup?
No, actually, that's the nice thing about it. You know, with black business, people are always looking for the hookup. My homegirls like to pay full price.
Huh?
Shout out to y'all.
We need more homegirls like Courtney's, right? Hold on, Courtney. Is that you right there, what you got on?
Yes, this is.
We rocking our own product. We rocking our own product. I mean, why do you think that's taken off like that? Eyelashes is big. It seems like nowadays, that's so much of a fad. You don't see no woman without them.
Beauty is $1 billion industry, so there's a piece of the pie for everyone in that industry. You know, I looked at it as what industries could I get into that I would have a niche for that were actually like big money businesses. So I honed it on 2. So I have Gavin Grant Cosmetics, which we do the cosmetics line. I started that with my kids, so that's something for my children.
Is the eyelashes.
Yes.
Is it any topicals?
It's eyelashes, it's eyeshadow palettes, it's skincare.
Eyeshadow palettes that give the coloring around your eyes,
yes.
Stuff like you got right now?
Yes.
Okay.
And then we're branching out more and more every month. So hopefully, you know, we'll have a vast array of things. Gavin Grant, we want it to be a lifestyle brand. So we're working with a company right now to produce candles.
Oh,
shout out to Serenity Candle Company.
So how long has Gavin Grant Cosmetics been in existence?
Gavin Grant Cosmetics launched on the final countdown, which is 4, 3, 2, 1. So April 3rd of 21.
I'm lost. The final count, you hit?
The final countdown, it's the song The Final Countdown.
Oh, okay.
Which is 4, 3, 2, 1. So April 3rd of 2021.
Hey, I'm getting hip to the lingo, man. I'm getting
4, 3, 2, 1.
Yeah,
the final countdown.
I'm getting hip. I had to put it together, baby. You know, I had to put it together. Okay. So what gave you the encouragement to want to get into cosmetics and go that way?
I wanted to do something that was beneficial for everyone, that was black owned, and something that my children could do and help with me. So my boys actually make deliveries with me. They help me package the material and send it out. So it's their company. So we're doing something together as a whole.
Hold on. Is you saying their company, is that in lip service, or you actually, you know, they actually grandfathered into contract and stuff like that?
All our names are on it. So Yeah. I want to build a legacy and leave something for my boys and show them, you know, entrepreneurship is a way. So we started that together.
Well, my friend, she baked goods, and her children, her autistic son, he helps out. He packages the goods, and they hit the streets with it together and do the same thing. So I commend you for that. You know, and they feel good helping you and doing things and knowing that they're a part of something.
Yes, my 4-year-old, when we go make deliveries, he'll leave school and be like, hey, I got to go to work. It's time for me to go make deliveries.
I got to go to work. I'm working for myself, though. You know what I'm saying? I'm working for myself.
Right.
I mean, that's wonderful for you. You adapted that frame of mind. You didn't lay down and you didn't wallow in pity and self-doubt. You didn't wallow in none of that.
No,
you could have. You know what allowed you to go and become this entrepreneur and involve your children so much so where they own this business with you?
A friend of mine. Her name is Shaquana Catino Jones.
Shaquana Catino Jones.
Yes, Dr. Shaquana Catino Jones.
Dr. Jones. All these great people, they come to light, baby. We be having help. It don't be just ourselves. Can't nobody do nothing by themselves.
She actually helped me start my first business. So I actually own a travel agency as well.
You own a travel?
Yes.
I got the hookup. I got the hookup now, huh, Gavin? Hey, Gavin Grant, I got the hookup. Is it Gavin Grant?
So my travel agency is called Exotic Travel Savings by Courtney.
Exotic Travel Savings?
Yes, by Courtney.
By Courtney?
Yes, so she showed me the way of entrepreneurship and how to set up businesses and how to run a business. So shout out to her for helping me and always assisting me and being supportive.
Yeah. How long you been down with Dr. Jones?
We've actually known each other since the 6th grade.
You went to school together?
Yes, we've known each other since the 6th grade.
Lifelong friends. That's the definition of real friends.
Real friends.
That open the doors for you.
She opened doors for all of her real friends. So shout out to her. She's given plenty of opportunity to plenty different people.
When you gave her the good news about Gavin and Grant teaming up with you and you're doing the cosmetics and everything, what did she have to say about that?
She was one of my first orders.
She was one of your first
She was one of my first orders, yes.
Did she encourage you to keep it like that and involve your sons and stuff like that?
She did. She showed me the way to get my kids involved in different things and different businesses. She has children of her own? She does. And her kids are involved in her businesses.
Her
it's a family affair, you know?
Yeah. Okay, so that is so wonderful right there. So your sons get excited when there's a transaction, there's sales, people are happy, they go to hug you and thank you, they shake your son's hands. How do Gavin takes that?
He's a little standoffish, but he's starting to warm up to people and be around people. We're getting him out the house a little bit more, taking him to parties. He will sit off in the corner by himself, but it's the fact that we've gotten him out the house and got him acclimated to starting to do those types of things.
Was that, because your mom, was that your doing, you know, the separation and the hermit being like that, you know, was that your doing?
Yes, because you just get tired of the stares and the people looking and people not knowing how to take it, or you're out in public and people say things because they just don't know. So it's like you turn into a hermit so you don't blow up, and because you want to protect your kids at all times. You don't want people making fun of them or saying things out the way to them. So it's like, in order to keep me out of jail, we just gonna stay. It's real, you know.
Is their father around?
He's deceased.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Wow, he didn't get to be around for either. What, he left early on?
So Gavin's dad was never around, which is fine, but Grant's dad is deceased.
Okay, I see. So now Courtney not dealing with that, because not only are you a mother and an aspiring entrepreneur, you got your own needs as a woman, and then you saying you kind of like a hermit. Can you hear me? You kind of like a hermit, and you really didn't want to go any places. So how did you deal with that? You still wanted to get out. You still wanted to date.
It makes life pretty hard to date. I mean, I'm starting. No, not at all.
Working with your sons, trying to make them mature and raise them up so they can deal with society.
Right. So you have to be very selective of who you have around your children. So it makes it a lot harder, to date. But I mean, it is what it is. I'm a mom first. So.
Mom first. Yeah. So isn't anybody hanging around trying to be down?
There's a whole bunch of people.
Yo, hey, look, don't disturb nothing if y'all ain't gonna put nothing together. Them wolves is out there, man. You know what I'm saying? They see that entrepreneurship going on. Them wolves is out there. But we're pretty focused on our businesses.
Yeah, we're pretty focused on other things right now.
So, what are you looking forward to going forward? You got your sons involved in the business. You're looking to grow the business and grow their participation in the business?
Yes, I'm looking to grow the business. COVID kind of hit us a little hard. We started during COVID, and then we all contracted COVID, and
Grant did too?
Yes, and Grant actually got really sick from it. So
who did?
Grant got really sick from it. So we had to take a step back. So we're just looking to jump back in the market.
He had to been around 2 when he got it then.
He actually got it this time last year, so he was 3. Yeah, he was 3.
That was real scary for you, real tough, wasn't it?
It was, because he went into heart failure. So yeah, it was definitely real. It was definitely a real life thing. No, he didn't have to go that far as a ventilator, but he
A
was in the
child?
hospital for almost a month.
Hold on, Courtney, I gotta ask you a real question. Did that scare you into the vaccinations?
It did not. I was already vaccinated. I didn't get my children vaccinated, though.
Okay, well, you mind if I ask you why? I'm not judging, I'm just asking why.
I figured they already had it, and he's like considered immunocompromised
you
now,
figured
so
that they had a young
he
enough
can't
body.
get it. Yeah, he can't get the
Huh,
vaccination.
Mom didn't force it on the children.
For real.
Mom didn't force it on the children. That's big. Hold on, how many did you get? You ain't get the booster too and all of that, did
I
you?
have, yes, I have
You
all
did?
of them, yes.
So you had about 3 or 4 shots?
I've had 3.
You were a little worried about it.
I was still traveling during the pandemic, so
But you know what? Besides my stepmother, you're the only other person I talked to that really had the shots and the boosters and things of that nature. Did you notice any difference? with
I got
yourself?
really sick getting
Yeah.
them, yes. But my place of employment is a requirement, so I didn't really have a choice.
Oh,
I
your
had to
place
get
of
them.
employment,
Yeah,
It forced it on you.
yeah. So we
Hold
don't
on,
have
when
a
you
choice.
when you got word when they say you got to take this test or you're no longer gonna be working here, you had to make a decision. Do I continue to work here so I can feed my family, or do I step out on my own? Did you have those thoughts?
I did, but it was like, I'm just gonna go ahead and yeah,
Right,
I was
so-
traveling too, so it's like
Yeah,
it was a
yeah.
requirement to
On the
travel certain
plane.
places too. So I just went ahead and did it, so I can continue to live my life the way I was living it.
Did you have any apprehension when you were getting it though?
No, I did not.
No, you didn't. Why did you feel so secure and safe getting it vaccinated? The president made you feel that way?
Absolutely not.
What was Dr. Fauci? Dr. Fauci, did he make you feel that way?
I actually worked around it the whole time. So I worked through the pandemic, so I seen what it was, so I was confident enough in it to take it.
Oh, you were around. You seen people getting the shots, and you seen the reactions. And wait a minute, when you heard about different things happening to people getting the shots, did that scare you, wrinkle your feathers a little bit?
It didn't.
It did.
It ruffled my feathers as the people that were dying from it, so from not doing it. So
Yeah, that would, that would.
So they say.
So they say, So the cosmetic business slowed down a little bit during those times.
yes.
How did you stay motivated?
I have supportive friends, that are like, hey, here's $10, just throw me some lashes or something like that, So they're always asking for products. So that's very nice to have that support, even though they've known that I've dialed back. They'll ask for specific things, and they're patient with me and me getting it with the shipping and things of that nature. So it's more or less my friends pushing me, my friends and family, and always asking for things. That's keeping me going.
Well, Courtney, you're battling the challenge of autism. You're facing the challenges of being a single mother with children.
Superwoman.
Yeah, you're gonna see the S on the chest, I believe. And you're balancing being this entrepreneur. So now you told me you even dabbled into radio. So is it the want to talk about these things you've been through and to connect with other people that drives you to radio, or what?
Yes, and it's just an outlet just to be able to laugh. Like, I feel like jokes and laughter will
good
heal
for you.
anybody's soul, and it's good for me too.
Yeah.
So right now we're working on the podcast for internet radio. So shout out to Redline Radio.
Okay, yeah.
So that should be launching the beginning of the year.
Now you were with 88.1
Yes, in college.
in college.
In
Well, hey,
college.
that's an experience. That's an experience. What, did you work alongside the program director and stuff like that?
Yes, so I worked along a lot of different people. They've gone different avenues. I have friends that work in radio. I have friends that I worked with.
What
that
college was it?
University of Akron.
Okay, yeah, we've been there, and they got great equipment up there, audio and video equipment.
They
you
do,
know?
they do.
They got a heck of a program, and they got love for Hollywood in the Hood. We've been up there, and they gave us access.
Yes, they gave us the tools and the knowledge to be successful in that realm. I have plenty of friends that are still in radio right now. I have a friend that won an Oscar from the University of Akron.
So you were interning in the radio at Akron?
So it's actually a class.
Okay.
that they do there, and you get college credit for it.
Okay.
So, but you learn the business and learn it goes towards your communication degree or your elective.
Did you have influence on the program director on like things to play?
So we did get to choose the music. So back then we were solely an R&B station, and we were transitioning into top 40 at that time. I'm more focused on help with productions and segues and getting money. So the advertisement, yeah, getting the money for them. So
hold on, did that translate to your other radio opportunities where you feel like you could do some of the same things, bring on advertisement? You feel real confident in that?
yeah, I'm pretty comfortable behind the mic, so it's second nature. I talk a lot, so.
What's some of the topics you dare to speak on when you do start up with Redline?
Well, right now we're probably just going to go onto motherhood and different avenues and things, challenges that single moms have, and that's the route we're looking to go.
Are you comfortable with putting Grant and Gavin in front of a camera?
Gavin wouldn't sit long enough to be in front of a camera.
He wouldn't sit long enough.
Hey, Gavin doesn't even like to take pictures at this point. It's a struggle trying to get him to take a photo, let alone sit
Well,
sit
reason
still.
why I say, do you ever put it out front and let it be known that these guys are entrepreneurs? You know, your young sons, 4 and 11, do you ever put it out front that they are?
Yeah, so like there are pictures and things that we like do. But like I said, he doesn't like the camera at all. No, he doesn't. I'll sit them together and we'll go to take pictures, and he'll put his hand up. I do have a photographer. She tries to take pictures of them too. And Gavin's head is always turned in the opposite. I can never get them to look at the camera together. So a lot of times we have to Photoshop our Christmas cards or things of that nature. So
Now, do you have a brick and mortar for your cosmetic business, or is this out home? Or
I do not have a brick and mortar. It's solely an internet-based company right now.
You have a website?
Yes, I have a
What's
website.
your website?
It's Gavin-Grant-Cosmetics at .myshopify.com.
Oh, that's dope. Yeah, can you spell it? We want to drive some traffic.
It's Gavin, Gavin dash Grant, Grant dash Cosmetics, COSMECTICS .my Shopify SHOPIFY.com.
Is it a pretty quick turnover? Like if somebody go to the website and they order something, is it
24 to 48 hours.
24 to 48 hours? You'll be blinging like this, you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Straight up, 24 to 48 hours right there. Did you outsource your website, or did you in particular build your site, or what?
I built my site myself.
I kind of figured. That's why I asked the question. Go ahead, girl.
Yes, I built my site myself in conjunction with Raquel Reyes Photography. Shout out to Raquel. She does all my product photography.
Okay.
So I get with her. She'll do my product photography and send it over to me, and then I'll build my website from there.
That's dope. That's dope. And do you have personal testimony from some of your clientele?
I do, on the website. I do. They like the fast turnaround. They like the product. It's not.
So, Courtney, how are you able to balance all that motherhood, being this entrepreneur, and then being there for your sons, as this caregiver, as this ball of love, and being able to fathom their temper tantrums and being not able to understand and stuff like that? How are you able to?
Team no sleep.
Team no sleep?
Team no sleep.
Well, I don't believe that, because you don't show no signs of sleeping.
Team no sleep. Team no sleep.
I mean, so you're a pretty strong woman. It seems like you got a few people in your corner, but you basically going head on.
I wouldn't say I do it alone. Like I said, I have a pretty devout family, so they help a lot. They help a lot more than they have to.
Your mom and dad?
Yes, my parents help a lot. They help more than they have to.
That's good. So what about Grant? He's not getting into the sport. Gavin don't want to do it no more.
So Grant wants to play football like his big cousins. So he wants to play football. So I think we're going to try the football route maybe next year.
So Gavin and Grant, they have big male cousins that come over?
So I have It's 27 grandkids altogether my parents have.
Whoa!
So it's a lot of them.
See, that's that down south stuff. You know what I'm saying?
So they have lots of big cousins. I come from a big Indian family.
Indian?
Yes.
I got Indian in my family.
Yeah, I come from a real big Indian family.
Cherokee or Seminole?
Asian Indian. The dot, not the feather.
The dot, not the feather. Okay. The ones that was exiled from India. They say.
Yeah, right. No feather.
Huh? Me? This one, you know, I'm going to say Seminole. I want to say Seminole. I'm a feather nigga. Maybe that explains the feather in my cap, baby. Maybe that explains it, you know what I'm saying? The feather in my cap, you know what I'm saying? So you got a big family, and they also embracive of Gavin and Grant.
They are. My dad's family's pretty big too. My dad, his mother had 9 sisters. So we have a giant family on both sides.
Any of them around their age?
So with Gavin, we actually have a running joke. We call them the Taliban. My sisters and my brothers, we were all pregnant at the same time. So they're all.
It's a gang of it.
Yeah, so it's 5 they're all right together, back to back. So they're all the same age within like a few weeks of each other.
Was it a challenge for them to get comfortable with Gavin once they realized that he was a little bit different from them?
It wasn't. It was natural progression because they were always together.
So it wasn't really that challenging. You didn't have to discipline them for being too aggressive.
No, they always include him. And Gavin is actually a pretty big boy, so he handles his own.
Oh yeah, so you ain't gonna roughhouse him just because you think he ain't paying attention.
Yeah, there's no roughhousing with Gavin. Gavin is a pretty big boy. Yeah, Gavin is 11. He's in a 9.5 shoe and a men's medium. So he's a pretty big boy, so he can handle his own.
Well, Courtney, I know you gotta go, and you gave the website address, and can you say it one more time because we want people to patronize you?
Yes. So if you'd like cosmetics, it's gavin-grant-cosmetics.myshopify.com. If you're looking for travel, it's exotic travel savings by Courtney.intellitravel.com.
Now,
Is it a space or is it really a dash?
It's a dash.
one last thing, help a mother right now going through the same thing. She has an autistic child, probably didn't know what autism is or was before. Now she has a child, male or female. She had aspirations of being an entrepreneur. Maybe she has to work. We don't know, but help them get to a level like you are right now.
Do your research. Advocate for your child as much as possible, and just learn balance and juggle. Don't always say they can't, say they can.
That's right.
Focus on what they can do, not what they can't do.
Give it up. Thank you so much. I appreciate you, Courtney.
Thank you for having me.
Yo, we appreciate all the mothers out there and the fathers that's dealing with all kind of challenges with their children, and y'all sticking it out and making it happen. It's a salute. Courtney, we really appreciate you for coming on and speaking to it.
Thank you for having me.
And we look forward as your business is growing. You continue to come on and give us an update about it.
Absolutely.
And if I have anybody that want to travel somewhere, I can send them to you.
Absolutely.
Playa T, that's me, Hollywood in the hood.